What is good, people? What is good? What is good? Let's make it full screen. What's good? We back again. Back again, man. Found this format to be a little bit better than just upload videos like one by one, right? So I'm live again, trying to knock us out, man. Almost finished with this first page of teams, right? It's in alphabetical order, just screenshotted it, so we're almost done with it. But if you watch the last one on the Cowboys, we going in order, right? So you know what's next. The Denver Broncos, man. So Denver Broncos is one of those teams that I grew up watching a lot, man. It seemed like it's one of those teams that was always on either Sunday Night Football or the what do you call it, matinee game on CBS, that second game or some shit like that. Like I always seen the Broncos play, always. Whether it be Clinton Portis, that era with Jake Plummer, Jake Cutler, that era. Peyton Manning, when he was on there, they was definitely on prime time a lot. So Broncos is one of those teams, man. I really, really like the history of their team. They got it out the mud, man, to be honest with you. Like they went to Super Bowl, I want to say World Series. They went to Super Bowls a lot and lost a few of them, early on. But John Elway and them boys got it together, and they won. They won. They finally got over that hump, man, and they won them a couple of Super Bowls in the late '90s, man. Uh, so John Elway don't have to taste the disrespect that Dan Marino had to. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, there's no shot at Dan Marino because he's fucking good too. Just when you get that ring, man, I think it changes things, bro. It changes things for the way people, perceive you, your peers anyway. Uh, and especially those ring chasing dudes, like, those the ones. You know what I'm saying? So I find it really cool to talk about the Denver Broncos, man. They had some hits and some misses in the NFL draft. So we're gonna talk about that, man. Uh, but like I said, NFL draft is approaching. We already know that. We're in the thick of things. I think it's gonna be some trades, man. But y'all know the drill. Like and subscribe to the channel, bro. Like I said, we be pumping this shit out daily, man. So get you some of this football action every day, man. Check out our shorts, man. We love the feedback that we're getting. We love the comments too. Some of y'all be wilding in there talking crazy, but That's what happens when you do sports content. There's gonna be people that don't think like you, and sometimes they don't necessarily know how to express it. But I tell you what, neither do I. Sometimes I can get a little crazy sometimes, man. And that's all right because sports is fucking fun. So, like I said, like and subscribe to the channel, man. We hope to see y'all on our draft show. It's gonna be live, of course. We're gonna give you a bunch of content, man. It's gonna be fun, man. I can't wait for the draft show, man. But let's get started with some Denver Broncos talk, man. How about that? How about that? So, the Denver Broncos, man, is one of them teams that. Let me make sure my shit is zoomed in. All right. How do that? That might be a little bit better. How about that? How about that, y'all? How about that? That's a little bit better. A little bit better. All right. So, so the Denver Broncos had pretty good history, man. I mean, Marilyn Olsen back in the day, Floyd Little, one of their most important running backs, bro. He's no longer with us, but he's definitely one of their most important running backs, man. But um, the fuck, get out of here. Um, but they had a good history of drafting, man. You know, like Steve Atwater as we get into the 80s was good. Obviously, Tommy Maddox was considered a bust at first. But he had that nice little run. At first, he would be considered a bust with Denver. Uh, Getting drafted 25th overall. He would have been considered a bust. But this last little stretch with Pittsburgh is what kind of changed everything, bro. At least changed everything for him anyway, right? He had some success, so not a bust, nonetheless. But he definitely wasn't starting over. He wasn't starting over Big Ben at that time, man. But that's another good one. Terrell Price was good. I loved him on my Ravens as well. But like I said, that's where they've been. This is where they're going. Uh, Al Wilson kind of set everything in motion. When you think about where they were going after the John Elway era, right? Tommy Maddox really didn't work out for them in terms of quarterback. So, um, why would he? Because I mean, you still got John Elway on the squad, bro. So, I mean, you got John Elway on the team. So it's like, what really were you gonna do in that particular situation, right? You still got John Elway, right? I mean, John Elway's not going anywhere, right? I mean, I don't even know why you would even draft Tommy Maddox because, like I said, you got John Elway on the team, so it was gonna be bad regardless of how you slice that situation. But nonetheless, man, John Elway retires. Um, John Elway retired. I forgot when John Elway retired. Was it 99 or 2000? Yeah, 99. Yeah. So so John Elway retires in 99. So they start to rebuild the team. Brian Greasy takes over as the guy. And I mean things are okay, but Al Wilson's kind of guy that kind of started it over. Like started to get you into that next era. Being like their first pick outside of the John Elway era, man. He was pretty good at Tennessee, man. He's a national champion, All American, All Pro, things like that, man. So If we were doing the 90s, he would be a hit, man. But we're not. So let's go to the year 2000. Delta O'Neal, man. Delta O'Neal played with the Broncos, man, for what that 4 years, man, before moving on to the Bengals, which he was really good with them too, by the way. But Delta O'Neal was a hit for the Broncos, man. I'm actually curious what happened with that. Okay, okay, so he was traded to yeah, he was traded to the Bengals. Okay, due to some team disputes, man. But he's pretty damn productive, man. 15 interceptions in 4 years. Is that before they got Champ Bailey? I think it is. I think it is. Yeah, yeah, that's before they got Champ Bailey. Unfortunately. Man, he bit off more than he could chew. All he had to do was wait. He would have been good. Him and Champ Bailey, bro, that would have been nice. Oh, that would have been nice. That would have been nice. But Delta O'Neal is a hit for them. I mean, 15 interceptions in 4 seasons, like that's good as hell, man. So, including he got 10 with the damn. He got 10 with Cincinnati. So he was good with them too. So, but 01, they go defense back again. Willie Middlebrooks. Willie Middlebrooks played for them for 4 years. About 4 years. I would say, damn, he ain't got no stats. He was on the team, wasn't he? Got no info, nothing like that. Well, I don't see nothing. Okay, so all right, all right. Let's just go to Pro Football Reference. Let's do that because NFL.com they ain't got shit. So I guess we can call this a miss. I mean, he was on the team for a while, and he got some playing time, including tackles and things like that. So I want to say probably a special team. He ended up playing in the Canadian Football League, which was pretty good in my opinion. But that's a miss because I ain't got no information for real. To be honest with you. So that's a miss, man. And then 02, they take Ashley Lally, Hawaii product, man, 19th overall. He played with the Broncos for about 4 seasons, and then team hopped after that. This is a hit in my opinion because he ended up getting shit, 1,000 yards. Hey, he got 1,000 yards on 54 catches, bro. He was moving out there. Big plays everywhere, bro. '04 was a good year for the Broncos, man. They was pretty damn good. So Champ Bailey, yeah, Jake Plummer was on the squad, bro. Jake Plummer was good as hell, dog. Oh my God, Jake Plummer was so good. But they also signed John Lynch, who became a Pro Bowler, and Champ Bailey was too. So that was a pretty good. Yeah, that was a pretty good season for them all together. But Lally was a hit, man, because I want to say they still had Rod Smith at the time. Yeah, yeah. So they had Rod Smith and Ed McCaffrey too. So like he was gonna be a third dude anyway, you know. So he's gonna be a third dude anyway. Um, but this is a hit. Had some success with them. So yeah, yeah. In fact, he went to The fact he went to Hawaii and people actually was scouting back then. Because if you draft a dude from Hawaii, knowing that they play in like the Western Athletic Conference and shit, um, you got to do some scouting, bro, to be out there. You know what I'm saying? So that's a hit, man. So then '03 they go George Foster, man. He was there for 4 seasons and then went on to the Lions and then didn't really do nothing after that, man. So um, what I look for, games played and whatever. So I call it a hit. I mean, he was there and he started all the games that he played. So I mean, shit. Yeah, yeah, that's a hit, bro. That's a hit. I mean, he started all the games, man, but boy, they wasn't that good though. They wasn't that good. But he did block for a guy that ran for 1,000 yards, which is not really saying nothing because but it's not surprising because in Mike Shanahan's system, there's a lot of running backs that ran for a lot of 1,000 yards, bro. Mike Anderson, Tatum Bell is another one. Clint Portis, Terrell Davis obviously ran for 2,000. But then later on, when he took the Washington Redskins job, shit, Alfred Morris ran for 1,000 yards. So it's not that surprising, man. But yeah, so he got traded to the Lions. But I call it a hit, man, because he started a lot of games. So I call that a hit. '04, they go to the U and get DJ Williams. DJ Williams played for about 9 seasons with the Broncos, man. And he's productive. I mean, 100 tackles a few times, sacks. So yeah, he was doing his thing. So this is a hit in my opinion, man. National championship on that '01 team. If you know about the '01 Hurricanes, you already know how it go. But he was good, man. '05 they ain't have no first round pick. So yeah, so they traded that away. All right. So '06, that good class of Reggie Bush and all them boys. They picked Jay Cutler, man. So they spent a few years spinning their wheels with Brian Greasy, and then they end up getting Jake Plummer, and then they decided, okay, we gotta find us a guy. We gotta find us a new guy. But even though they had Jay Cutler, and Jay Cutler was really good, they got rid of him. Like it turned out to be a hit for them. Like they didn't make the playoffs or nothing, man. They didn't make the playoffs or nothing for real. I mean, maybe in '08 they did. Nah, they didn't make it in '08. So I mean, but damn, like yeah, he like I mean, 18 interceptions is a lot. Don't get me wrong, that's a lot. But when you throw 600 times, bro, like you gonna throw some interceptions. That's a lot of attempts, you know. Like yeah, this was a hit, man. I mean, shit. Even when he filled in, I guess in spot duty, right? When somebody got hurt, this is good. I gotta find out why they did that. Why did they do that? Why did y'all get rid of Jay Cutler? It couldn't just be his attitude, man. Because you voted him a team captain. Oh my god. Ew. Oh my god. They traded Jay Cutler to the Broncos. They traded him to the Bears. Oh my God. So they traded him with a fifth round selection for Kyle Orton. Wow. That's crazy, bro. Wow. How did Kyle Orton do for the Broncos? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, Kyle Orton. All right. Okay. He went 8-8, right? And he played pretty damn good. Okay. He didn't do good that season, though. He didn't do good that season. He didn't do good that year. He did good. And then Kyle Orton finished his career on a good note. That's pretty damn good, man. Shout out to Kyle Orton, man. I hope he's doing good, man. Hell yeah. Almost helped the Buffalo Bills to the playoffs, man. Good passer rating, good ratio, touchdown, interception, man. That's pretty good, man. Okay. Okay, so it turned out to be a pretty good ass trade though. It turned out to be a pretty good trade. At least at the beginning anyway. You got some value, man. You know? But shit, the Bears needed him. They needed Jay Cutler though. Low key. They needed him. Like if you's a Bears fan, get in this comment box, man, and let me know how you feel about Jay Cutler, man. Is he the best quarterback y'all had in y'all history, man? I think so. I think so. But anyway, Jay Cutler was a hit. And then '07 they go Jarvis Moss. If I'm not mistaken, this was kind of a miss. Yeah, they missed on him. He didn't play that much. He was kind of hurt all the time. Yeah, yeah, he wasn't that good. So this was a miss. Yeah, but he's a champion in college though. And then '08 they go Ryan Clady from Boise State. Uh, this was a hit. All Pro a couple times, Pro Bowler a couple times, and he was on that Super Bowl 50 team as well. So yeah, this is a hit. This is a hit. Started almost all the games he played in. That was a hit. Then 909, man. They I ain't gonna say they reached on no shine, bro. I ain't gonna say they reached on no shine, man. I can't say that. I can't say they reached on no shine, man. Because No Shine was pretty damn good in college, man. Yeah, two really good ass seasons that said, "Hey, I could be a number one running back. I could do it. I could do it." You know, but it didn't really work out in terms of injuries and things like that, man. But that first season, I think second season with the second season with Peyton Manning. Um, the second season with Peyton Manning was actually kind of good, though. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That second season with Peyton Manning was good, really good. But I mean, his career started off real good. I mean, he ended up, playing. He got 9 starts, man. So, but 900 yards, 800 yards, right? But if he played all the games, he would have had 1,000 easy. I think he got hurt in 11. He got hurt again in 12. Um, and then 13 was pretty good though. So I'm gonna say it's in the middle. I'm gonna say it's a meh because he eventually did pan out, but man, wasted so much time. It's like whatever, you know what I'm saying? So But I'm gonna say it's a yeah, I'm gonna say that's in the middle. That ain't too bad. Yeah, that ain't too bad. All right, so '09 I actually had two picks in '09. Robert Ayers. He was with the Broncos for about 5 years. Uh, okay production. I mean, he's a productive ass player, man. So I say you got some value out of him. So I mean, 18th overall. I guess you expected a little bit more, but wasn't that bad. And then 2010, rest in peace. You got Demaryius Thomas, man. Um, big body guy. He did his thing, man. Like this was a hit. This was a hit, man. Unfortunately, like I said, he's not with us anymore. But he's a part of the Super Bowl team, also the team that lost to the Seahawks as well. But dude was a menace. He was really good, man. He's a really good receiver. And surprisingly, he went kind of the he damn. I'm trying to think, bro. Did he play with did he play with Calvin Johnson? Did he? So Chan Gailey was there, right? Yeah, so Chan Gailey was at Georgia Tech until '07, right? Give me a sec. This is actually something I kind of want to figure out. Hold on. Okay, so he was there in '07. Calvin Johnson was with Georgia Tech until '06. So I wonder if they overlap. Yeah, I wonder if they overlap. Because he left in '06. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, he was on the team with Calvin Johnson, but he never played. And yeah, and I was surprised. What surprised me about Demaryius Thomas was the fact that they picked him first overall, like in the first round. But Paul Johnson was the coach and he ran a triple option. So I was like, damn, they picked him in the first round. He didn't get no catches for real. But '09 he did. And he balled the hell out. So, but yeah, yeah. So that's a hit nonetheless, man. So then 2010, they had another first round pick. Drafted Tim Tebow, man. One of the greatest college football players ever, man. Much was talked about his release, his arm talent, things like that. But look at these accolades, man. Like, look at this shit. All American a couple times, bro. SEC Player of the Year a couple times. Maxwell, Heisman, National Championship, Championship Game MVP. Like, what the fuck, man? That's what Tebow was, man. That's what Tebow was, man. Tebow was good. Tebow was good, man. But but they didn't want to put up with it, basically, man. That's all it was, man. Yeah, Tebow wasn't like the prototypical passer or things like that. He was not. He was not that, right? But there's a lot to like about Tim Tebow. There was a lot, right? But I digress, man. I think the fact that they made the playoffs with Tebow there, I'm gonna call it a hit. Because the only reason they got rid of Tim Tebow is because of Peyton Manning coming on the team. Right? Like, okay, if Peyton Manning is on the team, you kind of can't keep Tebow. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep Tebow. I mean, yes, there were some things that Tim Tebow definitely needed to work on. But I mean, he got them to the playoffs and they won the playoff game. So I'm gonna call it a hit. I'm gonna say they hit on Tim Tebow. That's what I'm saying. And 2011 was not pretty. It wasn't pretty at all. So they went and got themselves a pass rusher. And not only a pass rusher, but one of the best pass rushers in college football. I mean, you look at the numbers, dog. Like Von Miller could have left as a junior, but he came back and basically did the same thing. He was good. Von Miller was what Von Miller is what you call a gamer, dog. A straight gamer. I mean, the guy's been good, man. The guy's been good his whole career, man. Super Bowl MVP. Like, I mean, Super Bowl, two Super Bowls, man. You know, on 10 sacks in those years. Like, come on, man. This is a hit. 18 sacks, bro. He was unblockable. Like, yeah, he ended up getting suspended, I think. But who cares? He still came back and balled. And balled again. And balled again. And then he was still balling to the point after the Broncos started to suck a little bit that he got traded to a Super Bowl team and they won. He still was contributing. His Buffalo run wasn't that good, in my opinion, but that's okay. That's okay. I ain't worried about that. But he next up. I think he get picked up in the offseason. Be honest with you. I think so. I think he get picked up in the offseason by somebody that's looking for like a pass rusher, basically. But Von Miller's on his way to the Hall of Fame, man. And it started with the Broncos, man. Started with the Broncos, dog. You know, they went 4-12. I think that's the same year Cam Newton came out, didn't it? Yeah. Yeah. I think Von Miller went second and Cam went first, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. First overall, Julio Jones. Yeah, that was a good ass draft, man. But Von Miller turned out to be a hit. That's 100 sacks, man. 100 plus sacks his career. So yeah, so they ain't getting no pick in 12. And then they drafted Sylvester Williams. He was there for 4 seasons. Um, didn't really do much. Um, yeah, didn't really do that much, man. So I'm gonna call that a miss. But more than likely, that's like a meh or inconclusive because you probably wasn't getting started in this world. Oh, let me check. Let me check. Hold on. Let me look at something real quick. It is a defensive tackle, so I don't expect much sacks or anything, but I at least expect more tackles though. And he started a lot of them games, so man, he got a Super Bowl, so we call that a miss, man. He didn't really do that much. But 28, you're just looking for value, and I guess he got value. So Bradley Roby was there for 5 seasons in Denver. Um, pretty productive. Didn't start, so he was more of a nickel guy. But he did get his opportunity to start in 2018. But I'd say productive. So yeah, that's a hit. Then I got my boy Shane Ray out of Missouri, man. Um, his run in Denver wasn't that good. He was yeah, yeah, man. He's okay. He's okay. Yeah, he's all right, man. I had to remember what happened because he was a menace. He was a menace at Mizzou, though. Like really good. Like 15 sacks, man. Almost 15. All American, everything. And then he got cited for marijuana when it was kind of a big deal. So yeah, so that kind of messed up his draft stock a whole lot. And just kind of how it went, man. So I'm gonna say it's a miss because he missed a lot of time with injury and things like that. So I'm gonna call it a miss, man. But in terms of college, yeah, he was one of those ones. Man. But that was a miss. That was a miss, man. And then in their, I guess you could say, excuse me, excuse me. If you want to talk about a team that's been struggling to find a quarterback for a long time, for a little bit, for a little bit, it's the Broncos, man. So we'll go back to Shane Ray for a minute. So he wins Super Bowl 50, right? Peyton Manning um, leaves, and actually in the off season they end up losing. Who was that? They end up losing Brock Osweiler too. He ended up going to the Houston Texans on that horrible ass contract, right? So they didn't have him. Um, like I mean, he was God damn, bro, so rude. Um, but he's a backup to Peyton Manning. But they Super Bowl season, he's responsible for damn near getting them there. And then he signs that really, really bad deal with Houston, and they got up out that deal quick. They got up out that deal. 4 years, 72 million. Um, they got up out that deal quick. And then he became what another Cleveland Browns quarterback. Then he came back to Denver and didn't do shit. And Miami didn't do nothing. But as far as that Super Bowl run, you got to give him just as much credit as you give Peyton Manning because he was important. He was important. But after that, I want to say after they lost Peyton Manning to retirement, and then Osweiler to I guess free agency, they ended up getting Paxton Lynch. Paxton Lynch really didn't do nothing. He was out the league 2019. He was out the league by 2019, so that's a miss. He never even really played. at all. Then 17, they end up going with Garrett Bowles out of Utah. He's still there. He's still there. So he one of the OGs of the team. Um, offensive tackle. He's still there doing his thing. And he's an all pro 1 year, but he's a gamer. He don't miss no games for real. So this is a hit. Definitely a hit, man. And then 18, they go Bradley Chubb, who was pretty good at NC State, man. Difference maker for sure. Um, I mean, he was productive in Denver, man. Productive. But then they traded him to, you know, Miami. And he didn't play last season because of an injury. Uh, he's productive, man. So I'm gonna call it a hit for what he did in Denver. I just think maybe they should have kept him. You know, that's just my opinion. Then they got Noah Fant. Um, he's not on the team. He's on Seattle right now. So he's with the Hawkeyes. God damn, Hawkeyes, hella tight ends. But Kittle, who else? They got somebody else in the league from Iowa that was hella good. Man, hold up. Let me see something. Let me see something real quick. Let me see something. Dallas Clark. Where the fuck did Dallas Clark go? Dallas Clark went to Iowa too. I was about to say, I know they had a bunch of tight ends, bro. I know I wasn't tripping, man. But this was a hit, man. I just think Denver ain't had no damn quarterback, bro. That's all, man. Big Mangio, man. He was defensive coordinator for the Eagles. Just won a Super Bowl. So um, so it was kind of rough, I guess, around that time with Denver or whatever. They ain't make the playoffs or nothing. So 3 seasons he was out of there. But I'm more curious about the quarterback carousel exactly. So this was Drew Lock season there, and then uh, 2019 and the COVID season was still Drew Lock, Jeff Driscoll, Brett Ripien. So that's nothing. And then 21 last season with Vangio and Drew Lock, Teddy Bridgewater, Brett Ripien. So not very good choices in my opinion. So yeah, man. But Noah Fant, he did what he could, and he stayed with his thing. So he got a new contract with the Seahawks. But he was good with the Broncos too. So that's a hit. All right, so 15, they go Jerry Judy, man. So as a Bama fan, I am very, very protective over my Bama guys, man. I try not to call them bust or whatever. But for Denver, he wasn't a bust. I mentioned they had to go through some pretty bad quarterback play. Pretty bad. Pretty bad quarterback play. And when you're coming from a program that you not only won a lot at, you did really good, you got a national title, all of that, everything. I mean, you literally did everything you needed to do at Alabama. And you go to a team like that. I appreciate the like, Andrew. But you go to a team like that. No quarterback, no sense of direction, everything. Then he had his little spat with Steve Smith. And I'm like, yo, Steve Smith was right. Like, you can't be immature because Steve Smith didn't have a quarterback for a long time, but he made that shit work. And you got to make that shit work if you Jerry Judy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, quarterbacks suck, and it's tough to play with a bad quarterback. But there's been plenty of receivers that have had really good seasons with bad quarterbacks, man. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta do it. But they end up getting rid of him, man. So I'm calling it a hit for Denver. But the year he had in Cleveland last year, oh my God. Cleveland is going for the second overall pick in the draft, and he still balled out. So, I mean, this is pretty good. Pretty damn good. He clowned last season. So, hopefully, this is him reaching his full potential. Um, and we go from there, man. But it was a hit for Denver. It's just they ain't have no damn quarterback, bro. So in 21, they go back to the Bama well and they pick Patrick Surtain, man. So this is a hit, dog. This is a hit, man. This is a hit beyond belief. And Denver just made the playoffs last season. And he's been good. One of the best corners in the league. You know, top five, top 10, whatever you want to say. Patrick Surtain is in that list. He's been a good tackler, been a pretty good shutdown dude, and he just won Defensive Player of the Year, dog. So yeah, you tell me that's not a hit, I'll argue with your mom. So then they made a very serious mistake. One of the mistakes that you can't make. You can't be giving up first round picks for dudes like this. So they end up trading two first round picks from 2020, what was that, 2022 and 2023. So they ended up trading these for our guy, the number one good guy in America, Russell Wilson. So Russell Wilson, people say he doesn't have a Hall of Fame career. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you trying to say he's not a Hall of Fame? There's people in the Hall of Fame with less numbers than this. Look at this ratio. He got 350 touchdowns, bro, and less than 150 interceptions. Hmm? What are you talking about? Okay, yeah, they won in 13 with a good defense, and they should have won another one in 15, right? Or whatever year that was. They should have won. They should have been going for about two or three with the defense they had, man. But look at the records, though. Even after them defenses got broken up, Seattle was still in the playoffs with a chance to win, and Russ is playing at a high level. So what are we talking about here? Why are you people saying that he's not a Hall of Famer? I don't understand that. I don't understand that one bit. Yeah, but in Denver, he didn't look like that. He didn't look like that, man. And he got a nice chunk of change to go to Denver. He got a nice chunk of change to go to Denver. He did. He got a nice chunk of change, and it didn't work out that well, if you know what I mean. Right? So, I mean, 250 million almost, and it didn't look good, bro. It didn't look good, so it didn't work out in that retrospect. Um, but then again, Nathaniel Hackett is one of the worst coaching hires ever, bro. Like it was so bad, dog. It was so damn bad, dog. Oh my god, it was bad. It was bad, real bad. Like it was so bad. Like it was so bad in Denver. Like it's like he couldn't even get it get it together, man. So it's like I want to blame Russ, but Nathaniel Hackett was so bad he couldn't even handle head coaching duties, bro. How you be a head coach and can't handle head coaching duties? Yeah, Russ is a little bit of a head case in Denver, but goddamn, bro, you can't call plays no more. You can't do none of that. You need an assistant to help you do shit. But I mean, and then they got Sean Payton. Um, they got Sean Payton who came back and did his coaching thing. Um, and Sean Payton ain't gonna take that bullshit too lightly, right? And Russ, I guess, was trying to assert himself as the guy and everything, and it didn't work out. But Russ didn't have a bad season though, but that didn't work out. I say all this to say that maybe that trade wasn't didn't didn't work out for him. It didn't work out, right? But 2024, the Russ experience is over, and you draft Bo Nix, man. And as a Bama fan, I know Bo Nix pretty damn well. I do. He was not terrible at Auburn, but they was trying to have him play like I don't know. They felt like they were trying to have him play like Nick Marshall was for them a few years ago. Before that, right? But had they really just let him spin it like he did at Oregon, doing this shit right here, like when he went to Oregon and he really started spinning that football, just passing it with both hands, he turned into a whole different quarterback. So I believe that says more about Auburn than it does, you know, than it says about Bo Nix. Because after that last season at Oregon, I was like, shit, you might as well pick him in the top fucking five or whatever, man. I mean, yeah, you probably gonna pick, Caleb Williams or Jacob Daniels or Drake May, but I was like, hey, after them two, New England might want to look at Bo Nix. You know what I'm saying? You might want to look at Bo Nix, bro. Falcons looking Michael Penix. They might want to look at Bo Nix too, man. J.J. McCarthy, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, you might want to look at Bo Nix, man, after the year he had. So, but the Broncos got their man. Um, they got their man, and it worked out. He was damn good in his rookie season, man. And they made the playoffs, man. I want to say for the first time in a minute, because they ain't made the playoffs in a minute. So yeah, they first playoff berth since they won a Super Bowl in 2015. So that's like 10 years ago. So they in a good spot. They in a good spot with Bo Nix, man. So I know I know coming into this season, You got the defending defensive player of the year. Um, and the AFC West is wide open, bro. The Colts, not the Colts, but the Chiefs, got a little chink in the armor, man. A lot of them dudes is getting older. I think it's time to get younger. Whether it be at tight end, defense, whatever. So the AFC West is wide open, man. The Chiefs still got Mahomes, man, but you can only do so much by yourself. And the Broncos got a young team, and I feel like if they get a running back in this draft, probably early, you probably won't be able to get Genty unless you trade up with somebody, preferably the Browns. Just get up out of that second pick, man, because you just get some more draft capital. But bro, the AFC West is wide open, and the Broncos can win that thing. Bo Nix takes another step forward. They got a pretty good defense. So all I'm gonna say, man, all I'm gonna say, it look good. Got damn near all of their picks and shit. You got 20. Get you a running back. Get you another receiver. You know, find you a gym defensive line. Right? You got yourself a good shot, man. Like I said, the Raiders made some moves too. The Chargers made some moves too. The NFC West, the AFC West is wide open. Let's just say that, man. So that's what I think they should do at with their first round pick, man. But if I have to assess the picks that they made since 2000, man, it seemed like they made some good moves. You know, Al Wilson kind of started everything after the John Elway um, retirement. Um, but getting rid of Jay Cutler really set them back. Like, ooh, man, getting rid of Jay Cutler set them back. Like, jeez, 4 or 5 years. I'm not saying they would have won a title or anything, but getting rid of Jay Cutler kind of hurt them at quarterback for a while. And then they look up and get, Peyton Manning after that, and he kind of helped them through through a little bit of that rebuild, right? He erased a lot of mistakes, should I say? But the trade for Russ, um, I think if they got Russ when they had Sean Payton, I think they would have had more time to get to know each other a little bit better. I think it would have had a little bit more time to get to know each other, and it wouldn't have been such a rough marriage. But everything turned out well because they ended up getting Bo Nix, right? So I think they did all right. I think it was about half and half, hits and misses. But they in a good era right now. I think you could definitely use Jerry Judy right now that you got your quarterback. But um, but yeah, I think they're in a good spot, man. So that's pretty much it, you guys. This will be the last live stream for the day, unless you ask for another. But it'll be the last live stream of the day. Hope y'all enjoyed my last two videos and this one. But we are gonna get up out of here, man. So let me know what you think about the Denver Broncos draft picks from 2000. If you're a Broncos fan, let me know how you feel going into this season. Are you confident? Do you think y'all can win the AFC West? Uh, I think so. Um, and let me know what y'all think, man, about y'all draft pick history, man. Um, have y'all hit on a lot? And do you think this is finally y'all have finally got over Peyton Manning? Have you thought about that? So it's been a football frame of mind. That's your boy Cam, and I will catch y'all on the next one. And our next team that we are going to do is going to be the Detroit Lions. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun. I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.